Hi, welcome to Math 115. Although you are probably familiar with Beachboard, I wanted to point out a few things that are unique to this class. Although I'm not your instructor, I am the course coordinator who helped set up the class. So on the home page, you'll be noticing weekly emails, but the important thing for you right away is going to be those Zoom meeting links. Your instructor will be meeting with you on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. and has provided a meeting code, but you'll notice it's not a link. So you can either click the Zoom tab, link, I don't know, over here right above your meeting code, or in the nav bar next to the course home, you can click Zoom to get your single sign on, and then you can just copy and paste this meeting ID. You'll also be attending one of 5 different activities that you've already signed up for, all taught by Mr. Jose Marquez, and each meeting has a unique ID that you'll need to copy and paste. And notice in every case, the meeting ID is wrapped around, so be sure to get all 3 sets of numbers. Next, let's talk about content. Again, you're probably familiar with it, but a few things I'd like to point out. I've got this in the newer layout. Hopefully you know you can always change back to the old layout if that's something you would prefer to do. But again, something you're probably familiar with. I've kind of gotten used to the new layout though, so I'm jumping back to it. I'm assuming you're only watching this video because you've already watched the course structure video that will embed inside and talk about how this course is ran. There's also a printout. I don't expect you to print it out. Whoops, sorry, it's going to open as a file. But in case you wanted to go back and look at something and not scan through, you're currently watching the Beachboard tour. There's also a tutorial on using the equation editor that we're going to talk about in a minute, and this is extra credit, so you might want to do that bonus quiz. If you haven't learned about Math 95, we have a short introductory video, and this is actually the flyer that is available for you to view again as a separate attachment. Okay, I opened the flyer. Here it is. But anyways, Math 95 is optional, but it's an awesome extra 2 hours of time you can spend getting even more successful in the class. Day 1 digital, your instructor will be talking to you about on the first day of class. But this is the case where Alex and WebAssign, the 2 online homework programs you'll be working with. Okay, apparently everything's just opening up for us. This is really fun. Are automatically charged to your account. But in the case that you've already purchased one of them or you're a repeating student and don't have to purchase WebAssign again, you would opt out and then go purchase a code separately, and again, your instructor will cover that with you. The course calendar is already available. This one will go ahead and open on purpose. The course calendar is already available on the first page of your course packet, but sometimes if you just want to reference something digitally, it's always here to view. Your instructor's syllabus, and then a little bit of extra information about Alex and WebAssign that you may or may not need. Zoom lecture recordings, as it says, after every large lecture recording, the session will be posted here. So if you miss class, you're not out of luck. You get to see everything as if you were live. Now for some sections, not all sections, we do have videos available to view the course packet notes worked out. For example, like here in section 3.5, it's going to open up a YouTube playlist where, as you can see, now it says there's 4 pages. This actually might be page, 50 to 53 in your course packet. But if you look at the top of the course packets, it'll say section 5.1, page 1 of 4, page 2 of 4, page 3 of 4, etc. So that was the numbering. But if you just want to watch example 1A from page 2 of 4 in section 5.1, you can. As you notice, we don't have all of the sections available yet, but you could link to the YouTube channel as things are added. Now let's talk about the Exam 1 Materials tab. Although we give you a formula and a study guide for Exam 1, you need to be ready on day 1 of class. And so this is the section you'll want to look at. We have provided the lecture notes for section 1.4, 1.2, and 1.3 in case you haven't purchased your class packet. It seems out of order, but 1.4 you will be using in activity, whereas 1.2 you will be lecturing the first day of class, and you'll be doing section 1.3 the second day of class. Also, there are videos available for portions of the class packet that will never be lectured on. So for example, on page 20 of your course packet, you will find a problem that says, watch the video and fill in the notes, and your instructor will not lecture on that problem, but you would come here to watch that video. And as you can see, there's even some help for a couple homework problems, and this process repeats for your other exams. Formulas in a study guide, but the 2 problems in the course packet that are only available via video, etc. And we've been breaking everything up by exam, and then we have a few weeks after exam 3 until we have the final, so you have information for that. Now notice under quizzes, there is the lecture quiz, which is a bonus quiz you have until September 1st. Hopefully that sounds familiar, because this is the quiz that I mentioned you're going to want to watch that video tutorial that walks you through how to solve the problems. And in the video it even says, hey, check out these problems. This is what you're going to be solving. You can start that quiz now, and as it points out in the tutorial, I think it's great that if you accidentally try to submit your quiz early, you get stopped and said, hey, go back to your questions, or you could have clicked on those links. You'll have to read the syllabus for that one, but basically you're walked through how to enter this equation identically in here, how to enter this equation identically in there. That bonus quiz is really just to make sure you're ready to go for the rest of the quizzes, so let's look at those. Because remember, after every lecture, you're going to be taking a short quiz that you have until midnight the following night to complete. Quizzes aren't loaded yet, but the first 2 weeks of quizzes are. Under Dropbox, you have your first assignment already. You have an academic integrity statement that you must load, and although this is the statement, be sure to click on the link to get the directions regarding what you need to do, and then you'll go ahead and you can take care of business and upload your file. I'll get out of that. And then of course I guess we should do grades next, but the entire semester worth of graded items are available for you to view and will be present as they are graded. And of course you can use the class. That should be it. Thanks so much.